That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them on their home floor. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. Here's a look at some of the stats for Cameron Thomas.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The guards are Pritchard and White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at small forward. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Well, Shams, obviously, the big 3 in Brooklyn did not work out. But on the bright side, what a return they got for Kevin Durant.
It was one of the biggest packages in NBA history. They got 4 first-round picks, a bunch of other pick swaps. And listen, losing Kevin Durant as well as Kyrie Irving, that definitely hurt the Nets. But their front office is very happy with the haul that they were able to get.
And they can really build. And it's going to be fascinating, I think, Shams, to watch them build.
First-time head coach and Jordi Fernandez, they know that they're building for the long haul and the long term. It's not just about one season in Brooklyn. They're trying to compete and have sustainable success.
And he gets it to go.
Yeah, you have to be able to take mid-range jumpers at times. I know it's not a high-value shot, but for Tatum, sometimes that's what the defense gives him.
Now, here is Russell. Last time out, he had 14 points. Johnson finds Thomas. Russell with him. He's picked up by White. Thomas, no good. Here's Boston now. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
Russell with a wide-open look. They get it back. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Russell. Here's Thomas. And Thomas with the stuff.
Well, you love the strong finish by Cam Thomas. So good when he's getting to his game with assertiveness.
And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Russell from long range. Rebounded by Hauser. The Celtics have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Outside Tatum. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
When you think about the great teams that we have seen and the great seasons that we have watched over the many decades, where do you think historically Boston's season will be placed?
The greatness of the Celtics can be measured in any one of their players can win an MVP, whether it's Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, Jrue Holiday. They all have the ability, and Kristaps Porzingis, to all win individual accolades. But what makes them the 2017 Warriors, the 24, 25, 25, 26 Celtics, for years to come, the Celtics group has a chance to compete.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring the next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm really happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looking, but thank you for your honesty in that one. Porzingis kicks to White. Over Russell. And the shot no good, a bit short. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Boston has possession. Pass to Hauser. Outside, White. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for Derek White.
Well, inside, Derek White showing an ability to finish around the cup.
Here's Russell with the three. Rebound by the Celtics.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Here's White, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. That's now 8 points for Derek White.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Thomas goes in. Porzingis with the rebound. Now here is Horford over Russell. Top of the key jumper, no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become
Out
more
of charge.
consistent from. If you want to command the defender's respect.
Derek White has been on display for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Celtics?
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the
Great
case.
start
for
so
this
far.
team.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with White. And it's Walsh in at the small forward position.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the pain, the everything. You could package it. Could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players. over in Europe, in any of those regions, they do a great job. And those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. And players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Well, Derek White, fearless on the interior right.
Melton, no good. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at San Antonio. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Checking out Boston, they know what they're capable of. They have the talent to be a much better team than they've shown, but the execution has got to improve.
Martin's checked in for Williams. Celtics leading by 4. Late June, NBA free agency is such a busy time for you, Shams. During the start of that hectic period, walk us through your day. What's your life like? I've asked you this before in previous times you've been out here with us, but do you get any sleep?
I'm up 24/7 because the great part about free agency, Kevin, is you never know when you might get that call, you might get that text, when a player has committed, when a player has decided to go to a specific NBA team. That is what I live for. That's what I know the fans live for, and I'm one of those fans, so I want to make sure I know as well, and I'm able to inform in an appropriate, timely, responsible, fair way, and accurately. So for me, there's not much wiggle room when it comes to sleep. I try to make up for it later. But NBA free agency, trade deadline, draft, those are time periods when I know I have to be on. I might be getting a call now, Kevin, actually.
Well, wait, I was just going to ask you. We're doing this game. I'm looking at your phone. It's lighting up. You're looking down. You're looking at the game. You're talking to me. You're doing 2 things at once.
I have to be multitasking at all times, Kevin. You know that.
Oh, it's the best.
Well, what you love about Kristaps Porzingis at 7'3", he can see over any defender, and he's a terrific passer, guys.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And checking out Brooklyn. They're much further down in the standings right now. Johnson kicks to Russell. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Russell's got 5.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of D'Angelo Russell on display. How crafty at finding ways to score.
Shoots. Davison can't hit.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? Sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Now Johnson. Nothing on the board. A 3 ball. Jason Tatum grabs the board. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. A 4-point game. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Misses the 3.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
And the basket by Horford.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Boston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
Some great options in there. In fact, these guys might compete for all-star spot for the next few years.
That's a big leap, Kenny. 1 or 2 of them, maybe, but most guys don't ever get to that level.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the Nets.
Guys, they're laying bricks out there. Shaq, I could read your mind as you were watching that.
I can't say that I was thinking out loud, not on this show.
Pointing out that they're shooting under 30% from 3. That's frosty. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
The NBA has become, as you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's Russell missing.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Russell.
Well, this is the go-to shot for D'Angelo Russell. The rise and fire off the dribble.
Porzingis against Claxton. Here's Tatum. Tatum using his size inside.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Boston on D, shoots from 14, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Russell's got 10 points in the game.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Thomas. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Celtics leading by 9. Inside, Claxton with the steal. And here we go, Brooklyn fast break. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Russell, the open look. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Hauser. All scoring in this one. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Pass to Pritchard. Over in the corner, White over Thomas. White, good. 14 points for Derek White.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Russell from long range. He can't get that one to fall. Boston leading by 9. Tatum on the wing. Over Johnson. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Tatum's got 16.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Russell finds Johnson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 6th assist on the night.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Hauser misses. Nets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Brooklyn making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for D'Angelo Russell. Boston also with the sub. Al Horford's checked in for Pritchard. Now, here's Melton. Still yet to score. Off target with his 3.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
It's to Porzingis.
This is the thing about Kristaps Porzingis. He has both size and skill, a high percentage play right there.
Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Sharp comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Brendan Watford subbed in for Williams. And so Horford will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've held a 12-point lead early. Porzingis passes to White. And stolen by Melton. Johnson, wide open. He fires. No good from the wing. Celtics leading by 9. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Elbow shot is on the way. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Sharp finds Melton. Fires the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Melton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, Horford. Tatum on the wing. Tatum willing it to go.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Johnson outside. There's the three. No good there. It could go. The shot misses. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Nets trail by 8. On the court for the Celtics, Horford and Porzingis are manning the post position. And it's Shireman in at the 2. And there it is for him. Here's Shireman. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Count that one. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Add that to the repertoire of moves on the interior. KP doing work.
Melton passes to Johnson. They get it back. Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Boston making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Celtics leading by 4. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. And finished off by Martin.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And here's Johnson outside. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Right side, Porzingis. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Martin, the pass to Melton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Celtics with the lead. Out left to the wing. Here's Shireman. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Melton. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Everyone, I needed to get loud in here for your Brooklyn.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Porzingis passes to Horford. Here's Cornette. Outside, Porzingis. Plays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Thomas kicks to Williams. And it again, it's the Nets missing.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Pass to Sharman. Here's Cornette. Claxton covering. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
Come together and make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets Kids Dance Team.
1:43 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Porzingis. Back to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Sinking the tough shot. Jason Tatum.
Really, really good possession there. They never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Now here's Porzingis. It's White on the wing. Pass to Pritchard. Over Russell. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Nets trail by 7.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Here's Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Over Claxton. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Celtics lead by 9.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Kept alive. Outside for Thomas. To stop the drought. Traps in the tray.
If ever there was a player who relishes the spotlight in this moment, it is Thomas.
Hey.
And that's an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 6. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Snatched up. Another shot. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And no good on the second free throw. So he goes 0 for 2 there. Timeout called, the Nets. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly. But it is still possible here.
And Brooklyn has possession. 4-point game. Russell passes to Williams. His three-pointers off the mark. And now they foul and stop the clock.
First personal foul. Team's fifth foul. Shooting from Austin. Derek White. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up missing both free throws. The 3 from Thomas. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end, with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Jason Tatum.